We now present to you our opening keynote address on Hit Refresh, reinventing your enterprise for business resilience. When we do know that companies are harnessing the power of connected planning to both orchestrate business performance and reinvent amid market disruption, we'd like to extend a very warm welcome to a veteran from the industry. We welcome Mr. Satyakam Arya, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Daimler India Commercial Vehicles. Welcome, sir. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Isha. And good morning, everyone. Well, I hope that all of you are safe and healthy during these very, very difficult times for our country. And before we begin, let us jointly, for a minute, pray for the people who have lost their loved ones during this pandemic. Well, thank you to economy around us is changing very fast. And we can't just react to that. The second wave of COVID is a grim reminder of that to all of us. Being reactive and assuming that it will be sufficient is definitely not going to work. We all need to learn new ways of doing our business, and I'm sure you will discuss many aspects of that during your conference today. Well, the last 1 year has been unprecedented in many ways. And in fact, unprecedented is the word which has been used the most in 2020 as per the Oxford English Dictionary. In fact, some of these dimensions characterize the type of world we've been facing in the last few years. Let's look at the crude oil. It used to be $75 in 2018, and for the first time ever, it went negative in 2020. How much more volatile it could be. And then look at the uncertainty index. It was at its highest during the last lockdown in April. And then, of course, if you have to navigate your business, you have to now deal with a lot of dimensions than we were used to in the past, which makes it even more complex. And of course, every day we face a lot of paradox situations because there is a lot of ambiguity around us. In fact, in the last 2 years, and typically 2020 has shown us that going forward, the world will not be the same again. It will not be even a VUCA world. It will be different. In fact, very different in a lot of respects. In fact, it will not be only volatile, but it will be brittle or disjointed, if I may say so. We saw a glimpse of that with the global trade war and the geopolitical tensions defining business strategies for many of our enterprises. And we are not talking about uncertainty here, but rather anxiety. Anxiety about health, job security, and so on. And we have seen many non-linear trends, at least in the last 1 year. Customer preferences are here today. % of our country's economy is under lockdown once again, and another 28% is under severe stress. So how do we learn to navigate our businesses through this environment? And let me share my perspective with you today. And since I come from the automotive industry, I would pick up our industry as a context. And since I work in Daimler, and we are the inventors of the first car, the first truck, and the first bus, we gave mobility to the entire world. And we want to be the ones leading when it gets transformed in the next decades. And I'm sure that all of you are users of automobiles over last many years. And you've seen how an automobile has evolved over this period and how mobility is changing with changing needs of society and customer choices, your choices. But the magnitude of disruption the automotive industry is facing right now has never happened in its entire history. In fact, we are facing 3 storms together, all at once: cyclic, structural, and transformational. In fact, I remember that we had made this slide in 2019, not knowing that there's a virus out there which will hit us a year later and which will, on one hand, intensify the 3 storms I talked about, and on the other hand, accelerate the need for transformation of our business. So let me very quickly share with you what are these three storms about. The first one is cycling. And on this page, you can see the market size of truck industry in India over the last decades. Ravdeep, could you flip over the page? Historically, it's a cyclic business. And you can see in the last decades how this industry has done. And we are used to cyclicity. We have learned that over the last 100 years. But look at what happened from 2019 onwards. That's much more than just being cyclic. And on top, the consumer needs are changing, driven by how the logistics industry is evolving in India. Now let's look at the third storm, the most important one, which is the transformational storm. Well, a future truck will be fully connected to the driver, connected to other vehicles on the road, and also connected to the fleet manager who could be sitting thousands of kilometers away. The truck will also drive on its own safely. And it will be a zero emission vehicle, which means no diesel. Either it will be fully electric or will have a fuel cell. And our customers will in future not only buy a truck, but will expect a complete end-to-end mobility solution from us. And that is why we believe that the fundamental way in which the mobility happens today will change in the next decades. And we have to reinvent ourselves if we have to remain in the game. The question before all of us right now is, how do we make ourselves more agile and resilient so that we are not only successful, but we also thrive even in this environment? And even more importantly, how do we successfully transform our business and be future ready? And let me share with all of you, how are we doing that? I will also pick some examples from our company, and I hope it will be relevant for all of you, even if you are in a totally different business domain. Well, I just shared with you how cyclic our business is. Now, how do you manage the entire value chain in that dynamic? How do you forecast demand, build scenarios, and manage your entire supply chain operations and demand fulfillment in time without creating unnecessary buffers and inventory in the system? And the traditional way of doing it across functions in the company is grossly insufficient. We have to learn to be much more agile and flexible. And the only way this could be managed is by creating data-driven transparency across the entire value chain, even till your tier N supplier. And then apply analytics and artificially intelligent tools to do that work. Well, traditionally, we steer the organization through various functions. It could be sales, purchasing, supply chain, R&D, human resources, and so on. And we get used to this myopic view because that is how we look at business and create silos in the organization. The way forward is to break these silos. Again, driven by data. And I request you all to create a data lake in your organization and then create analytical layers cutting across those traditional functions. The insights you would get would help you to sometimes find efficiencies which are path-breaking. Let's look at the next one, ambidexterity. Well, that ambidexterity simply means skill of using both hands. And for an organization, it means how do you keep focus on creating your future while you are attending to the present. And a lot of companies struggle with that. They have still not learned that skill because they remain consumed with the present and then they are simply late for the future. And when we are in a crisis like we are today, that is the biggest challenge. It is very important to prepare for after the crisis right now, when the crisis is, and not when the crisis is over. And one way we are doing it is, we have divided our entire leadership team in various time horizons. And all of these leadership teams are cross-functional teams. There's a team which is responsible for securing the short term. They secure today, tomorrow, the week, and the month. And then there is another team which is securing the current financial year, again cross-functional. And then there's a third team which is working for the midterm. And that team has a horizon of 2 to 3 years. By doing that, the top management can then dedicate more than 50% of their time towards preparing mid and long term for our company and to reinvent our business. Now, when it comes to reinventing or transformation, we all need to think ahead, think new and be creative. And we need to involve our entire organization in reimagining this future. So, unleash creativity in the organization and anchor this in the culture of your organization. Create platforms where you could ideate, innovate, and bring those ideas to the market. In our company, we have developed an innovation platform called The Farm. And right now we are converting that to an incubator. That is helping us a lot in bringing creativity in the organizations and develop the business models of the future. Now, another way of doing that is to encourage swarm culture in the organization. Create swarm teams. These are the teams who work without rigid rules and procedures. They are like mini startup engines in your company. The swarm teams in our company have brought a lot of good ideas, which we are currently in the process of implementing. We just give them a theme or a business need and give them space. They organize themselves the way they want and work on those ideas. Moving on, one of the most underestimated need right now in many organizations is the need for reskilling and upskilling. And that is very different from training, which we are quite used to. With how the technology is shaping our lives and businesses, we will need to reskill a large pool of people in every company. Whether it is digitalization, artificial intelligence, Industry 4.0, machine learning, we need to provide learning opportunities to our people. And in our company, right now we are setting up a Daimler India Academy. This academy has various schools under it. A school for quality, a school for customer centricity, a school for innovation, a school for digitalization, and so on. We will need to find knowledge partners, build curriculum, and execute. This is a very important aspect of a successful transformation, often underestimated, and focused on that will be the difference between success and failure. Well, let me ask all of you a provocative question right now. Do you have a Chief Transformation Officer? If not, think about having one. Transformation is driven from top, and we need focus, dedication, and perseverance. Otherwise, we end up only talking about transformation and not doing it successfully. And the CTO needs to report to the CEO, no one else. Now let's come to the last one and the most important one. Why do we do what we do? And we also enjoy what we are doing. Only if we know the value and the purpose behind it. Providing a sense of purpose to the organization brings people together and binds them in a way which is simply unbelievable. A journey of transformation is challenging. It is difficult in the beginning, messy in the middle, and beautiful in the end. And you can go through all these phases if you've anchored your organization, your business, and your people in the purpose which they truly believe in. Well, with that, I would end my presentation. I hope our learnings on this transformation journey will help you also in some way. Thank you once again for inviting me to this conference to share my views, and I wish you all a successful day and safe and healthy days ahead. Thank you very much.